So yeah, as it stands now, this countdown is an honest log of my experience forcing myself to adopt a political mindset. And it's going to be a huge chore. I already registered to vote, and I'm going to be honest with you, it took longer than 2 minutes. They got my middle initial wrong, and I had to fill out another form. I'm going to be transparent here and say that this countdown is not a conscious act of civic duty. I'm more motivated by likes on Facebook, stuff like that, and being topical helps with that. I will say though that the idea for this countdown came from my buddy Dan Fox, who's very civic minded. Man, he's been using some really heady language lately. I wish I had a recording, but I do have a screen grab of one of his FaceTime lectures. You can see it got pretty serious pretty fast. That was like a second into the conversation. This is my second day in a row reading a newspaper, and frankly, I am horrified at how much backstory I'm gonna have to dig up. I pulled up the national debt on Wikipedia and I couldn't even get past the graph at the top of the page. So I ended up texting my good friend Yusuf, who is a grad student at Tepper School of Business at Carnegie Mellon, and I'm hoping he can tutor me in a fun way. I'll let you know if he responds. I gotta find a way to be interested in this stuff, and Hillary Clinton is not helping. All of the scandals on her end are boring as hell to read about. I mean, the Clinton Foundation, a nonprofit charity order, you know, the donors get access, or they get special access. DJT's headlines, on the other hand, kind of wake you up. Hey guys, I appreciate everybody's concern yesterday over my hardware, as it came to light that we have a heathen on the loose in New York cutting selfie sticks, but I was actually in Atlantic City yesterday. I was visiting the Trump Taj Mahal to try and get a first-hand feel for the true essence of our presidential candidate, and it turns out Trump doesn't actually own the Taj Mahal anymore, so I didn't really feel much. It was bought out by his friend Carl Icahn, who's a business magnate who might actually be Treasury Secretary under Trump if Trump is elected, so. Stop it, guys. Can you grow up? Oh, and fun fact, I didn't know this, Trump Taj Mahal will actually close forever on October 10th. Pastor Mark Burns, who is a Trump surrogate, had his character summarily destroyed on CNN last Wednesday for repeatedly lying on his bio online. I'm guessing that he thought that the wicked font he used for his name would distract people from the subject matter of the bio, but it didn't work. They got him. Anyway, the story made me confront my own tendency to pad my resume, and I would like to clarify a few things I had on my bio. It said prior to me editing it this morning that I currently have a run at the Annoyance Theater, which I presume was true when I wrote it, but is no longer the case. I have been featured in 2 anthologies by Videomass, which is not limited to horror and sci-fi, as my bio would have had you believe. I have only had 1 video featured on Cracked.com, and it was posted December 31st, 2012. A handful of celebrities have said that they may leave the country if Trump is elected. And a lot of everyman patriots have taken to Facebook saying, hell, I'll drive them to the airport. Country would be better off as far as I'm concerned. Personally, I would like to assure you that I will not be leaving the country if Trump is elected. Canada is a decent enough place, but as some of you may concede, I am an artist. And Trump's America would be a really fascinating place to do art in. I mean, just look at Putin's Russia. The artists there are extreme. Plus, as a white male, I don't think my body will be affected by any of the decisions his administration might make. Unless, of course, I do an homage to Petra Pavlinsky and nail my scrotum to something out of protest. But I don't think that's likely because I don't know, my art isn't that physical. So Hillary Clinton got a new plane, and she finally started letting reporters fly with her yesterday, which was Labor Day, as it turns out. Nobody reached out about a picnic or a barbecue, so I don't know, I missed it. But anyway, any movement towards transparency or clarity in this campaign is a huge development, so I figured I'd mention that. Also, New York Times' Amy Chozick got a pretty potent snap of Hillary greeting the press corps in the back of the plane.
I am so happy to have all of you with me. I've been just waiting for this moment.
Oof. In other news, Yusuf finally texted me back about my econ questions, and I got through his lesson, and it wasn't boring per se, but I think since Yusuf and I used to be day drinking buddies back when I abused, I hold him to an unfair standard as far as entertainment. It's also very possible that economics just can't be fun.
290 million bombs.
Last night, I went to the 104th annual New York Young Republican Club Gala and Casino Night to try and get a better feel for our presidential candidate's background. As some of you know, Hillary Clinton was elected president of the Wellesley Young Republican Club when she was a freshman in college.
All that and more on tonight's PBS NewsHour.
Anyway, I tried to do some subtle fly-on-the-wall techniques I learned in journalism school, but there was too much free market talk, and I don't understand that enough to even take notes on it, so I mainly just did laps and chewed ice.
I didn't watch the Commander-in-Chief forum last night because I was busy decompressing from all this political intake of late. I think it's taken a toll on my mental and physical health. I ate ice cream and watched Salem with the Mademoiselle instead, so I think that was good for me. Supposedly Matt Lauer gave Trump a lot of easy questions and failed to fact check him on Trump's false claim of having been totally against the Iraq War, and then he interrupted Hillary throughout their interview, leading many to question whether Matt Lauer is in fact a sexist. I called my mom because I was interested to see what she thought, since she's a Lauer and Hillary fan, and all she said was she wasn't surprised. She's used to being interrupted, even though she's a tax litigation partner at a big Atlanta law firm. At meetings, if people don't know her, they may defer to the tall male dilettante next to her. Now, she's 5'3" too, so there might be some height discrimination there. For this installment, I wanted to discuss one libertarian human who made a boo-boo on MSNBC yesterday.
And what is Aleppo? You're kidding? No.
I hesitate because it has been said that great minds discuss ideas, average minds discuss events, and small minds discuss people. And so far in this countdown, I've already mentioned 11 people specifically, so I'm trying to tone that down. Do I have a small mind? According to Eleanor Roosevelt. Fuck. I wonder what kind of minds discuss cities.
Aleppo is in Syria. It's the epicenter of the refugee crisis. Okay, got it.